Welcome to Today of All Days, episode 58.
What are you doing? I said lax and schmear. Today is Whimsical Wednesday, July 26th, 2017, and today is
National Bagelfest Day! Bagels originated in the Jewish communities of Poland, and it is thought that they were brought to America in the 1800s. By 1900, there were 70 bagel bakeries in New York.
A bagel is a round bread made of simple ingredients: high-gluten flour, salt, water, yeast, and malt. The dough is first boiled and then it's baked, resulting in a caramel brown color with a crisp outside and a chewy inside.
The bagel has become a staple in the U.S., with households making bagels their main breakfast dish in the mornings. But only with cream cheese. Has to be with cream cheese.
You know, a bagel is actually one of the only breakfasts that we have that's just the bagel as the main dish. Many other breakfasts have pancakes with side things like sausage and bacon, or eggs with bacon or ham, or what have you. The bagel's it's got a special place in the American household.
Now you're going to start telling me that cereal isn't a balanced breakfast.
In 2011, over 2,000 people went to the ER after cutting their fingers while slicing bagels. This makes cutting bagels the most dangerous kitchen-related activity.
That's why you gotta use the handy bagel cutting holder hole. Just put your finger through the hole and then just cut the bagel.
I feel like you're just as susceptible at that point.
You're definitely more susceptible to chopping off your entire finger at that point. Anyway. A bagel contains about 260 to 350 calories and 1 to 4.5 grams of fat. With the current gluten-free craze, people are eating about double the amount of fat in their bagels while claiming that they are healthier for them.
So, makes you wonder. Unless you have celiac disease, which is a small percentage of the population, eating gluten foods really shouldn't be that much of a big deal for you, especially if you're trying to cut back on your fat intake.
Because I heard that the gluten-free bagels actually add somewhere around 9 grams of fat. So it's like, what are you putting in there? Just because we don't use gluten, we use lard. Lard binds everything together, including broken relationships.
And that brings us to...
Today in History. In 1963, the first geosynchronous communication satellite, US SYNCOM-2, was launched.
Geosynchronous means that the satellite orbits Earth at a fixed rate that is synchronized with Earth's rotation.
SYNCOM-1 was launched February 14th, 1963, but it stopped sending signals shortly before it reached its final orbit.
SYNCOM-2 made it to orbit and held its signal, thus becoming the first satellite capable of telephone and television transmission.
I wonder if it was sent up by Time Warner Cable.
If it was, they'd still be using it today.
And charging you twice the price.
Many satellites have been launched since that time, and now there are 2,271 of them orbiting the Earth. Quite a number of which are actually no longer operational. They're just big old tin cans just floating around out there.
Here am I, floating in a tin can, synchronized above the world.
And now we're going to drift on over to...
Aunt and Uncle's Day! Today is a day to celebrate your aunts and uncles, or aunts, in this situation. Your mom or dad's brothers and sisters are a gateway into your parents' childhood. You can learn a lot about your parents by hearing stories and watching the interactions between your parents and their siblings. Whenever you're a kid, you're like, oh, well, that's my parent. You know, that's my mom or that's my dad. And you just kind of view them in that way. You can't really view them outside of that. But whenever you watch your aunts and uncles, which is their brothers and sisters, you kind of get to see a different side of them that's not really the parent. Because it's just them with their person that they've grown up with, you know, just hanging out. So I have to say that's probably one of the most interesting things that you can do in order to learn a little bit more about your mom or dad.
So, cherish the time that you are able to spend with them. You may be an aunt or uncle yourself one day, so take notes now, on this day.
Today of all days.
Today of all days.
And we will see y'all tomorrow. Bye.